All right, let's do a watch list here for Wednesday, May 29th. It was actually pretty active out there today. A lot of stuff moving. BNED, I had mentioned I was looking for a first green day bounce there yesterday. We got that week open, red to green move. I put some on pre-market to just keep it on radar in my positions window. And once I saw it go green, I put some on and was risking towards pre-market lows. And once it pulled back and double bottomed, held low a day at this 54. I was looking for this 55 prior double bottom on the 2-day lows. I was looking for that area to hold. So then once it held 54, I rescaled back up into this new risk of 54 and got stopped out here. It actually came back really well here into the afternoon. I just wasn't around for it. So likely nothing I really look for playing now. Just kind of right idea, wrong timing there. MGOL, first green day, similar idea. I had put some on pre-market to keep it on radar. I saw it just spike some strength, and it was now green on the day for the first time. Also now 3 days. This was the fourth day. And I added some here, risk on pre-market lows. It wasn't bouncing, volume was kind of dead, so I just sold it. Small loss on this one. And then a few minutes later, this thing swiped. And that was a sign of strength to me after it held on no volume for so long. So I put some on, and I'm actually swinging this. About a probably half-size position here for me. So ideally, I get a move into this $1 range. But we'll see where we're at. If this thing can't hold green tomorrow and keep building trend, I likely kick it off. LiDAR had that downtrend wedge break. Nice move there right here through the 380s. And you got this push, failed follow through, and then once it reclaimed VWAP, it had a nice little move there as well. No real plan here. I kind of consider this as a failed breakout now. But there was this opportunity for about $1 a share if you had that one. Peggy, I had got stopped on that swing on this day. I had shown my chart here when I was playing this ABCD setup. We got this gap down fail. So I had taken a loss here, and then they put out that PR after hours on Friday, and I just didn't want to chase. And unfortunately, that got the 40-cent move that I was looking for to happen on this day. So again, right plan, wrong timing. FFIE put out earnings here after hours, pulled back fairly hard and reclaimed $1 again. So far, it looks like the story here, the sentiment across a lot of the chat room, Twitter, that sort of thing, is that they're trying to do that $1 hold for 10 days to regain compliance. Now that they've got rid of their delinquent 10Q, now that their ATM is open, they basically 10x their float so that, what do you call it, the short interest, that high short interest, where they thought that like 90% of the float was short. They thought it was like 90%, but now given this thing is like a 400 million float instead of like 40, that thesis is kind of out the window. So I expect either after those 10 days or after they churn this round of earnings shorts into weakness, I think we get a quiet fade off, possible sort of swing trade back down to the lows. Duo, bit of a weekday here, so I'm looking for this $1 breakdown. I think we get a gap fill on that for kind of a quiet fade off radar. People aren't really watching it now, so if this confirms under $1 tomorrow, I likely put some shares on there and just kind of let it work. And then some new ones on watch. We've got STSS was the Lucy sympathy, and Lucy had an offering here midday and got smoked, and that was the whole reason that STSS was up. So basically, I'd be looking for pops here towards this 50s range to basically round trip fade back to 20 cents. There's no reason for this to be up anymore. and now the last 2 days of longs are underwater. You can see where most of the volume was traded was up here. So any shove towards this 50 sub 60, I think meets some selling pressure. VHAI, nice sort of multi-day breakout here through the 22-cent line, and a good intraday trend here. So I'd be looking for weakness, dips versus 20 cents to join for a possible swing trade. Sing, same kind of boat here. No real overhead resistance and volume starting to come in. History of fails on the breakout, but now the breakout here has been established at 51. So this breakout here, let's look at 45. This is kind of how I look at how stocks act on their breakouts. So this one set its high here. That would be what put it on my radar, would be something like that. And then this thing tests it here at 11 o'clock. So if we go into that day that breaks through this 45-cent range, you get this morning push, pull, sub VWAP trap, ABCD, afternoon high a day break, more of a midday high a day break. And that was the stuff move and fail, and it never reclaimed that 45 cents. So given this, if I were to trade a breakout through that 50 cents, I would be proactively locking into strength in the morning. And if it were to build over that 50 cents in the afternoon, that would be a characteristic change for me on for this name. That's not how I always trade the breakouts, but this is the history of how this stock acts. So I'd like to see this thing build over 45. And if it's over that in the afternoon, I think you get that 50 break. But if I'm playing that breakout, I'm proactively locking into this 50s range and then looking for dips along trend to build into the afternoon. And RSLS, big after hours mover here. This thing is a habitual diluter. I haven't looked at their filings. I could do that quick in a sec here, but you can see each gap up is met with pressure into this range even. So I would expect this thing to be a gap up short here tomorrow on Wednesday. So we'll see if we get sort of a reactive trade fall through momentum. Let me just do a quick look here on their dilution, because I know that. So yeah, habitually dilutive name. It looks like those warrants are at a higher price. I'd have to do a bit deeper of a dive to be sure, but just going off the chart history, this thing looks like trash still. It's just up in after hours on, let me see the news, RSLS. Company announced it received notice of allowance for its U.S. patent for a device treating obesity. Boring. So likely, I think this thing fails, but day one gaps isn't really my thing. So ideally this thing goes nuts, and then I can get sort of a first red day trade on that one soon. But yeah, Sing, multi-day breakout potential, VHAI, multi-day breakout potential, STSS, fail fall through momentum, sympathy short, duo, baggy breakdown, and MGOL. See if this thing has continuation. FFIE, let it do its 10 days post-earnings stuff, and then join that one after the crowd is gone. So I think that's about it, and I will see you guys in the room tomorrow.